So hello, we're back down here. We're having a campfire. You want to be here for a few minutes? We can't keep you long, maybe just a few minutes. So in the pot we have potatoes and onions and corn. Did I put the corn in already? I did, yes.
And cashews.
And cashews that have spices on them. And we use a little oxymel for our liquid. Oh, and coconut oil.
Yeah.
Onion tops. We could put in any onion bottoms?
No.
Yeah, we could if you want.
Well, you put them away, so I didn't know.
Oh, yeah. We could do them.
We could do one, maybe.
All right. Maybe I'll do it on my little table here. You want to hold this?
Yeah, you want me to read it?
You can read if you want. I've got to give a lesson on Sunday, and so this is my topic I have to learn. So the deer feed, and this is bird food.
If you're going to do your video, I'm going to look at mine.
Then what?
If you're going to do
A video, then what?
I'm going to look at my talk.
Oh, okay. This is from the potatoes. This is a nice little spot. See, we've got our firewood back in there. All of our important gadgets here. Coconut oil. This is for the summertime, but I think the roof is pretty hard on it now. It's not moving. As long as those two logs down there stay steady, don't burn through. Hey, you know another good use for fleece? Pot holders. See, that burned the fleece instead of me. Isn't that great? Hi, chickadee. Come on, Scout. We got some chickadee food for you. Chickadee dee dee dee. Dee 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 dee. Dee 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 dee. So yesterday, the deer, see that root there? The deer was right in behind there. You can see, I'll zoom in. So down here in the bottom you can see a little bit of white, and there you can see white. You're seeing through, and they're under this clump of cedar trees. And they're not right out at the front, because the front is this alder bush. So there is a log that goes sideways, which is hard for you to see now. Let's see. So this down at the bottom, that's a log. But back in there, see, yesterday we could see his ears. Look like that circle thing right there. But they're not in there today. We made a lot of noise when we came, and now we're making a lot of noise cooking. But it's snowing, so they're going to stay wherever they are. But look how pretty it is. Isn't that beautiful, the way it's on every branch now? What do you think, Mary Jane?
It's gorgeous. It's so pretty.
I'm glad we're down here. We were at the house and it was, you know, we were dry and warm, but we weren't here. All this that we were missing out on. And see how nice and still it is in the water here? Well, sometimes the water there gets really out of sorts, really bumpy. So I think there's an animal that lives under there that comes out. I guess the best way to show you would be to go across the bridge and look back, and then we could just see it. I don't suppose there's anything that's going to come out here now, because we're here making so much noise and talking and all that. You can see all the arches. All those are the arches I've made. And over here, see, this is a whole arched area. The area here is not quite as nice. And there's this one here, which is, I think it's very nice. See how far over it goes? But the chair is frozen into the ice. All right, let's go across the stream. Heavenly Father, please help me not to fall or drop my camera. Oh, we don't need to go in. Look, so this is where I end up seeing a lot of churning in the water. So I'm assuming that something is under there sometimes, and coming in and out of the water. So the deer, there's all these little rooms in here. You can see that little open area there. Well, just beyond the far trees, there's another little open area. And there's another there's like rooms. It's like 10 little rooms in here. And so they go from room to room. And when you're in it, you can see which one has lots of deer tracks. Under this big tree, there's a lot of tracks back in there. And also back in there, I think it's pretty open underneath there. Back under the thick trees. So that's where they like to be, is where it's really thick and the snow won't fall on them. But you know, they could just be right there, and until we get close, we wouldn't see them and they wouldn't jump up. Because it's not really worth it to have to move. They're nice and warm and dry. And once they move, then their spot is going to get taken over by the snow. When we came here the other day, there was like a foot of snow on it. Looks like pastries on top of each of those layered pastries. And so there's the A-frame. Isn't this amazing? Having a fire at the A-frame. This is just the most amazing thing ever. There she is. Hello, hello.
Hello. Dinner's up. And are you gonna see it? You gonna give it a stir? See if it's cooking up.
You want to see dinner?
Looks pretty good.
It's looking good. There's some burned areas on the very bottom, I guess. I think I should take it off the fire and let it sit. It's going to stay hot for a long time. It's going to stay very hot for a while.
So do you think it's cooked enough that it'll keep cooking enough to be finished?
Yeah, you want to hold